Gore.
Yeah, and there's some milestones out there for Frank Gore. He comes in just 37 yards shy of 1,000 yards on the season. It's set to become just the 4th player in NFL history to top 1,000 yards at 33 years old. Now, it's been 32 years since that was done. John Riggins did it in 1984. Gore's already had 11 consecutive seasons with 1,200 yards from scrimmage. That's the most in NFL.
With that, let's get our tools for success presented by Home Depot.
Pay attention to Jaguars linebacker Telvin Smith. He's a real difference maker, particularly when it comes to pass coverage. He's going to be matched up against the Colts. Talented tight ends today. He's got to be able to make plays. And then for the Colts wide receiver, T.Y. Hilton, he's trying to become the first Colts wide receiver to lead the NFL in receiving yards since Reggie Wayne did it 9 years ago. Now, for Jacksonville in this game today, the decision-making, accuracy, and poise of Blake Bortles is critical as this franchise is set to move on in 2017. And then the Colts will need a lot of Frank Gore in the power run game, and just a little bit of Andrew Luck will go a long way.
On a emotion-filled day for Robert Mathis as one of the all-time great pass rushers in the history of the sport suits up for the final time in his career. He made the announcement on Friday that he will indeed retire. The kick coming up, Jacksonville, Indianapolis on CBS.
Join your favorites in TV.
It's all because of you fans.
Movies and music.
Thank you guys, I love you.
Joel McHale hosts the People's Choice Awards live Wednesday, January 18th.
Happy New Year from The Late Show. Steven's got James Franco Monday and Tuesday Oprah.
Halftime means time for a refill. Liquor Barn has the best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. Nobody beats Liquor Barn.
Winter in Greater Louisville, a season of rapid change. Sometimes fun, sometimes ferocious.
Have the big coats ready to go.
Jay Cardosi and the WLKY weather team keep you prepared.
And it's going to be cold.
With an exclusive forecast, delivering pinpoint accuracy. The information you need to keep your family safe.
You're going to have to bundle up, add the extra layer.
Stay ahead of winter weather with the most trusted team. WLKY Weather. Live, local, late breaking.
Y'all sick of trying to buy a new car, then having to rob a freaking bank to get the dead-gone down payment? Well, at Circus Auto, we'll get you behind the wheel today and delay your down payment till next tax season. And with Circus Certified, you get a new 6-month limited warranty. Stop clowning around. Get your butt into Circus Auto on Dixie Highway just south of the Waterson, and we'll get her done for you. Yikes!
You were the first to celebrate before the game.
We call this tailgating.
You were the first to dress comfortably on Friday.
Fred, you look so casual.
You were the first to take advantage of a cellular phone.
Still at the office, hard at work.
And now you can be one of the first to save with Riverlink all-electronic tolling. Sign up to get the lowest rates now that tolling has started on the new bridges. Order your money-saving transponder today.
All right, come on, everybody, it's time to go.
Getting more for your money is simpler than you might think. When you shop at Kroger, you get low prices throughout the store, weekly specials, great value from our quality brands, digital coupons, and even fuel points to help you save at the pump. No spin, just savings.
Hurry in for the Buy 5, Save 5 event. Mix and match participating items like Bounty paper towels, Pepsi, 7-Up, and so much more. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
Liquor Barn, Kentucky's hometown liquor store for all your wine, spirits, and beer. Shop Kentucky's largest bourbon selection and choose from over 1,000 great beers. Liquor Barn has the best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. Nobody beats Liquor Barn.
From all of us at WLKY, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Today, the regular season finale for both the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Today's game being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television.
Presenting the Subway Fresh Buns. Served to you by Subway Restaurants. To cap off a Christmas classic, quarterback Ben Roethlisberger engineered a Steelers comeback drive against the Ravens in the game's final minute, completing passes to Jesse James and Eli Rogers. With 13 seconds left, he fired to Antonio Brown, who made the catch and got the ball over the goal line, giving the Steelers the win and the AFC North Division title.
How do you stay fresh in a world where tastes and priorities are always changing? If you're Subway, you start by removing the artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors from your food. Support hundreds of growers, including many family-run farms. Serve customers 390 million pounds of fresh veggies. Offer packaging that's better for the planet, and use your size and resources to create healthy change around the world. Because the best way to stay fresh is to never get stale.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Second appearance for interim head coach Doug Marrone, taking over for Gus Bradley prior to their win last week against Tennessee. And what a victory it was, snapping their 9-game losing streak. Meantime, Chuck Pagano, all the questions about his job security. Seems like we've been here before with Pagano, same exact spot that he was in right around this time last year. You see his numbers, as the Colts will miss the playoffs once again for a second straight season. Jacksonville has won the toss. They defer, and so the Colts will receive. Jacksonville, Salmon, only 4 wins in their last 21 games. 2 of them have come against the Colts.
Yeah, and they're playing better, and that's what we saw last week from this Jacksonville team. It was the debut of their interim head coach, Doug Marrone. He said, hey, we want you to play hard, play together, and that's what they got last week. Blake Bortles looked good. Let's see how they finish off the 2016 season.
Jordan Todman and Josh Ferguson back deep to receive, and Jason Myers will get us going, the second-year kicker out of Marist. Jacksonville trying to sweep the Colts for the first time since 2011. As Todman takes a knee in the back of the end zone, and that is where Andrew Luck and the Colts will take over. Career highs, as I mentioned, in completion percentage for Luck as he closes in on 4,000 yards passing. It would be the 3rd time he's done that in his 5-year career. He hasn't been sacked, by the way, in either of the last 2 games. First time that's happened in his 5-year career. So this offensive line, this current group, has been the best of their offensive line starting combinations that we've seen. No Dante Moncrief, down with that shoulder injury, same shoulder that caused him to miss about a month and a half early in the season. So 1st and 10, run play call. This is Frank Gore, starting the day 37 yards away from that 1,000-yard milestone, tackled by Avery Jones. How about the defensive starters? Todd Walsh, their defensive coordinator. Yannick Ngakoue, one of the young nucleus members of this defense. 7 sacks, needs a half more to break their rookie franchise mark. Paul Postlesny, once again, their leading tackler. What a season he's had, the former Pro Bowler. And Jalen Ramsey, the pick 6 last week, has an INT in each of the last 2 games. Selected as the AFC's Defensive Player of the Week. Luck to the airways, finds Dorsett out past the 30-yard line. A pickup of 7. As Luck had a chance to visit with him this week on the telephone for a couple of minutes, and Luck, you could just hear it in his voice, the disappointment Salmon of missing the playoffs.
Yeah, he said during the week that, hey, he feel like the team has failed because obviously they expect to go to the postseason. They expect every year. It's been that way. That's been the tradition here with the Indianapolis Colts, and so they're sorely disappointed that they're not going to be playing in the postseason.
Robert Turbin, the 50-year running back whom they signed just prior to the season, into the game, and that pass right off of his hands as the Colts drive stalls, and the punt team will come out on 4th and 2.
Not the start Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts want on offense. Ball maybe not perfectly thrown, but still thought that he had a chance to haul it in. That ball was intended for Robert Turbin, as you said, Spiro. He's got to be able to make that catch, and they go 3 and out.
Pat McAfee headed to his second career Pro Bowl on for the first time. And Brian Walters standing back deep inside his own 20. Good hang time on that punt from McAfee, and excellent coverage down the field by the Colts. 52 yards on a booming punt and 0 on the return. It was Christopher Milton getting there first for Indianapolis. And so here comes Blake Bortles and this Jacksonville offense. Best game of the season last week, 26 of 38 for 325 yards. Also caught a touchdown pass. Franchise records for passing yards and touchdown passes a year ago, but it's been a trying year for him this season. This offensive line has struggled. Kelvin Beachum, the fifth-year man, making another start at left tackle. And no Allen Hurns, once again out with a hamstring injury, so his season is over. Marquise Lee makes another start. Run play called. This is Corey Grant. Unable to find the edge. Good push up front. Vontae Davis, the former Pro Bowler, on the tackle. How about this Indianapolis defense? Hassan Ridgeway, the rookie out of Texas, 4th-round pick, making his 6th start of the season. And Robert Mathis, as we mentioned, will hang it up. Final game of his incredible career today. Darryl Morris making his start. Rashaan Melvin is a scratch. This has been a banged-up secondary. As you see, Mathis on, and was very emotional during the national anthem. And that will continue, you can bet, as Mathis plays his final game. And here is a wide-open seam of real estate for Corey Grant. Could have driven a truck through that hole. Good push from that Jacksonville offensive line. Saw him to pick up a 14 and a first down.
Yeah, A.J. Cann, number 60. Watch him. He'll get a nice block here, but it's just a real good stretch block as he's able to get behind Cann, and watch the blocking. Zone, inside trap, good blocking. And this is what we saw from this Colts run defense. Very poor performance 1 week ago against the Raiders, and shredded them. Poor tackling for the Colts on defense.
Play action for Bortles on 1st and 10 to the air. Wide open is Allen Robinson. Robinson breaking tackles inside Colts territory. Still going all the way down to the 30-yard line. Beautiful catch and run. It was Christopher Milton who missed the initial tackle. It's a 42-yard pickup, a first down, and a lot more.
It's just going to be a nice slant route. He'll come right behind the linebacker 53, Jackson. And then the yards after the catch, that's the surprising part. That's when you know you don't have tight coverage, good fits in terms of your zone coverage. And Robinson getting off to a great start, something we saw him do 1 week ago.
Injured Colt is Darryl Morris. And we just mentioned how thin they are in the secondary. Already down Rashaan Melvin, no Darius Butler, and of course Patrick Robinson on the shelf as well.
I'm pumped you guys fly to Belize. What about Cancun or Jamaica? Could I swim with dolphins?
Yes to low fares to faraway places. Oh yeah, that's transparency.
This is our workshop. These are our lights. Performance is our tradition. And this is the TLX. Take advantage of some of the best offers of the year at the Acura Season of Performance event going on now.
This holiday, visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX. Hurry, this event won't last.
No. You can scroll menus for days, or just get what you want. All your favorites you crave, one box, $5, no hard choices. The $5 cravings deal, only at Taco Bell.
You should watch 90 Day Fiancé.
So good.
Happy endings?
What?
Have you seen it? You want to watch The Affair?
No. Search for UFC fights.
Watch what you want on the Fire TV Stick now with Alexa voice remote.
Operation Willoughby is a go.
Tuesday, one hero will risk it all.
I don't like this.
Get him out of there now.
New NCIS. Then, this driverless car.
Keep your arms and legs inside the car.
Has a killer attitude.
Would you put your latte down and hack us out of here?
Bull after NCIS. New CBS Tuesday.
Injured Colt Daryl Morris has escorted to the sideline, so Charles James, whom they signed mid-season, comes in at corner. First and 10. Bortles going up the far side. That pass intended for Allen Robinson is broken up by Vontae Davis. So again, that very paper-thin Colts secondary with all the injuries saw him and getting a little bit thinner.
Well, yeah, the secondary's got to be able to finish out and finish out strong. But Blake Bortles is looking to improve his game. So much has been talked about his mechanics over the course of the season, but he wants to be able to put some of those things to rest as he closes out 2016.
Trying to pick up where he left off last week. One play called here on 2nd and 10. Grant breaks the initial tackle. You see the flag come in. Grant, good looking run, sprinting inside the 10. What a run by Grant. It's a pickup of 20, but we'll see if this one is coming back.
Holding offense for 78. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 2nd down.
Clete Blakeman, our referee. You see where their crew sits in terms of average penalties called per game. Jeremy Parnell, the culprit.
That's right, that right tackle position. You can tell Doug Marrone wants to come out and try to run the ball and come right at these Colts, but you can see he's holding Robert Mathis. See the hand outside that shoulder? That right hand grabbing outside the shoulder, the framework of the body of Robert Mathis. The officials were able to catch it, and they called back a really good run from Grant.
No Chris Ivory today, a scratch with a hamstring injury, and of course TJ Yeldon, whom they put on IR earlier this week with an ankle injury. So Yeldon has a season end with an IR stint for a 2nd straight year. Meantime, this is Denard Robinson, who figures to get a lot of snaps today. It'll be 3rd and 16 coming up.
When they can run the football, this offense can operate at an entirely different level. It's probably been one of the things that have been sorely lacking in the 3 years since Blake Bortles has been their starting quarterback. The lack of a run game, one of the worst rushing offenses over the last 3 years. Let's see if Bortles can make a play on 3rd and 16.
Joe Banyard comes in at running back. One play called here on 3rd and 16. Colts expecting pass, but able to get enough of a push up front. Jacksonville needed the 20 for the first down. They pick up 7 there with Banyard, whom they signed to their active roster this week. And now the field goal unit comes out for Doug Marrone.
Yeah, you know, Doug Marrone didn't want to make a lot of changes after taking over for Gus Bradley. Only so much you can do in a short period of time. But he said there were some core things we wanted to change. He said not that anything was wrong, just for the comfort level. And I think some of those changes have led to their ability to score early in games for the 2nd consecutive week.
So here's Jason Myers, 47-yard attempt. Nearly perfect from within 49 yards. Now 19 of 20 on the season as he is able to salvage 3 and get Jacksonville on the board first on CBS.
Not everyone speaks Sriracha.
Sriracha.
But when a fan says
Sriracha,
they want a Sriracha chicken sandwich with Sriracha Jack cheese, Sriracha infused aioli, and a Sriracha bun. Wendy's spicy Sriracha chicken sandwich for a limited time.
The old way of doing taxes isn't good enough. So we're about to blow it up. Don't just get your taxes done. Get your taxes won.
Come on! Why doesn't Verizon offer unlimited data like T-Mobile?
Is it because their LTE network was built 6 years ago?
6 years ago? That's like 100 in phone years.
Their LTE network is older, slower, and they limit you. Switch to T-Mobile, the newer, faster, and unlimited network. We cover 99% of the Americans Verizon covers. Get 4 lines, just $40 a month. Wow.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. H&R Block. Get your taxes won. And by T-Mobile. Switch to the network built for unlimited data.
47-yard field goal by Jason Myers to get Jacksonville on the board first. Happy New Year from Indianapolis. Solomon, Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year to you as well. And I know you went out and had yourself a good time. But see, you have that young vitality in terms of that energy. You can bounce back, bring in the new year, be, the light of the town.
The vitality is waning, my friend. It's waning. Myers boots it away, and as the Colts will get it back, booming kick through the back of the end zone, and that is where the Colts will have it from the 25. Solomon, what are we looking for early?
Well, I think we already saw it from Jacksonville. Quarterback Blake Bortles needed to come out and be a good decision maker, throw the ball with great accuracy, and play with some poise. They were able to get some points on their first possession. For the Colts, I think we got to see a lot of Frank Gore, and a little bit of Andrew Luck goes a long way, and I think that kind of balance is what they need on offense.
Bortles trying to pick up where he left off. That very impressive performance in the win over Tennessee last week. So here's Luck from the gun. T.Y. Hilton in motion, starting the day with the NFL lead in receiving yards. Hilton coming across the field, but Luck's pass was well short. And Hilton, one of the players chasing milestones today, so we'll take another look.
Oh, watch this. Frank Gore out of the backfield. Excuse me. You're going to see Gore come right here. Now watch how wide open he is. I don't know why Luck didn't throw the ball. Never saw him. They had themselves a touchdown there. And that tells you when a quarterback is in tune to what's happening offensively, and we expect more from Andrew Luck. He's got to be able to take advantage of that look and score a touchdown.
Jack Doyle, the man in motion. Run play called here. This is Turbin. Will lower his shoulder pads to get himself to the 30.
33 Robert Turbin on the carry for the Colts.
Oh, Ransom season premiere comes your way tonight after 60 minutes. As we continue here, week 17 between Indianapolis and Jacksonville. There'll be a 3rd and 5 coming up as the Colts a little bit ragged offensive start here, Solomon.
Yeah, why would you not get the ball to Frank Gore? 11 straight seasons, over 1,200 yards from scrimmage, most in NFL history. He can catch it.
180!
Here's Luck from the gun again. It pass deflected high in the air at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. So once again, the punt team will come out with Pat McAfee, and not exactly the offensive start that Chuck Pagano was hoping for, and you could already hear the groans from these fans.
Yeah, Luck is getting off to a lackluster start. 1-4 for 7 yards on the game so far, and they're giving him protection. He's got to be able to read the coverage pre-snap and then be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and accurately.
So Brian Walters back deep to return, and McAfee on to punt one more time. Walters will chase it right around his 20, and this one will land out of bounds along that Jacksonville sideline. So Bortles and company back onto the field when we come back. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
This is our workshop. And this is our tradition. These are our lights. And this is our season of performance. Take advantage of some of the best offers of the year at the Acura Season of Performance event going on now.
This holiday, visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the RDX. Hurry, this event won't last.
There he is. What's up, Miles? Blue, this is Miles. Miles, Blue.
Great party, man. Better game days call for better pizza.
And now get 2 large pizzas with any choice of 2 toppings for just $8 each. That's 2 large 2-topping pizzas for only $8 each.
Better ingredients.
Better pizza.
Papa John's.
AT&T offers all your line channels and DVR on your devices data-free. It's entertainment your way. What do we do now?
Get your son back.
Tonight is 60 Minutes investigation. They are beautiful islands where you can vacation or buy a passport. That's right, passports and citizenship for sale tonight. Only CBS. Very good crowd here, week 17 for this regular season finale. Indianapolis 7-8, Jacksonville at 3-12. Looking to close out their season with a second straight win. Spiro Dita, and Wilcox. Happy New Year from Indianapolis. Bortles will roll out on 1st and 10 to the airways, and that pass is incomplete. So, Salmon, how about Blake Bortles? Last year, franchise records for passing touchdowns and passing yards. It was a foregone conclusion that he was the answer long term. This year, some people felt he regressed a little bit. What do you think?
The numbers maybe not as good, but you saw last week he set a franchise record 78% completion percentage in the first half of that game, and they scored a season-high 38 points. And I think Doug Marrone talked about it. He says, look, he's a young quarterback. He's had 3 different offensive coordinators in each of his 3 years in the NFL. That's not the way it's designed.
One play call, Bortles keeping it himself and a lot of room in front of him. Out past the 40, first down run for Bortles, a pickup of 16. We go to New York, JB and Boomer.
Patriots not letting up. Tom Brady off to a good start. 6 of 6 in the first drive of the day. This 2-yard touchdown pass to Martellus Bennett. That gives them 26 touchdown passes on the year. 7-0 they lead. They win. They secure the #1 seed in the AFC playoffs.
Spiro Dita, Solomon Wilcots.
All right, guys, New England trying to close in on that 1 seed and home field advantage throughout. So much to play for as they take on Miami. Run play called. Bortles, good-looking throw on the run. That is Brian Walters on another first down play. A pickup of 13, and you could just sense the confidence in Bortles coming up here the last couple of games.
And you can see the confidence that the coaches have in him. You saw on that fake run play where he kept it himself, was able to get a significant run of 16 yards on that play. Then the bootleg. Let's take a look at Nathaniel Hackett drawing up plays. I think you've got to try to maintain some consistency in the system for Blake Bortles to really get a true sense of what he can do in the future.
Keep it on the ground here. This is Grant. And Grant has looked good. Again, no Chris Ivory, their free agent acquisition in the offseason. No TJ Yeldon, but Grant has looked awfully good. That time a pickup of 14. They move the chains again.
Watch number 70, Luke Bowenko. He's out in front blocking, and A.J. Can as well, number 60, doing a really good job. We talked about it when the Jaguars get their run game going, and they can crank it up. This offense looks like they can be one of the good ones.
Put Bortles from the gun here on 1st and 10. Bortles throwing, little crossing route. This is Marquise Lee. 58th catch of the season, just short of the 20, 12 yards and another first down. And just to get back to Bortles, Salmon, and you've talked about this, we know about the changes at the offensive coordinator. He has had very little support from the running game, and that's put even more pressure on his shoulders.
Yeah, when they can run it, obviously they become a better offense, but it'll just, I think, takes a lot off his plate. But he has continued to battle. He has never quit. You know, you read around some people around the league doesn't think that he could be a franchise quarterback. I think he has the foundation to become that for Jacksonville.
No sidearm sling of the pass that time from Bortles, finds Walters again. Second catch for Walters and a pickup of 8. A lot of talk about Bortles bringing in his passing coach earlier this season, Adam Dado. The talk about the regression maybe in his mechanics, and for that to happen in year 3, a bit of a red flag for some people around the league. But we talked to Doug Marrone, and he was just gushing about the kind of skills and tools that Bortles has as quarterback.
What if I told you that Tom Brady still works with his throwing coach? That Peyton Manning continued to do it, that Drew Brees, they all do it. Because mechanics is really critical to being able to throw the ball with accuracy, like you saw on that play right there.
Bortles to the end zone for the touchdown. That's the tight end, Ben Koyak. The first-year man out of Notre Dame and the former 7th-round pick, 14 yards as Koyak catches his first career touchdown pass.
Well, they're able to read the safety. Take a look at the safety right there. That's Mike Adams. He'll come out of that center field, and that's what Bortles going to read. He kind of pump faked him, lured him out of position, and then look inside. That area vacated by Mike Adams is what allowed for the touchdown toss, but good read, good throw from Blake Bortles.
Can't overemphasize enough just how beat up this Indianapolis secondary is. Already down a couple of guys, starters today, Rashad Melvin and Darius Butler. They lost Darryl Morris on their first defensive drive. They're still looking at him on the sideline, a hip injury. His return is questionable. So Bortles and company taking advantage. 7 plays, 75 yards in just over 3 minutes time. Point after from Myers is good. At Lucas Oil Stadium, as quiet as a library. 10-0 Jacksonville on CBS.
It's that time of year again, when you realize you still didn't get quite what you wanted. That's why Verizon has the best deals of the year on the best network. Like a Samsung Galaxy S7 and Tab S2 for only $17 per month. And as if you needed another reason, switch to Verizon now and get up to $650 to cover your costs. Hurry in and get these deals on New Year's Day only. There's still time to get exactly what you want at Verizon.
Broaden your vision. You can see beyond what's right in front of you. Beyond the expected that everyone else sees. You can see the next milestone. And when you do that, you can be the one they didn't see coming. The 2017 Civic Coupe from Honda.
Our fans have shown us a lot of love, and we want to return the favor. With Domino's Piece of the Pie rewards, you can earn free pizza, a chance at Domino's stock, or $10,000 in store profits. Learn more at Domino's.com.
Don't miss Training Day, premiering CBS this February. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Domino's. Order online at Domino's.com. And by Walmart. Save money, live better.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. Ben Koyak, 14-yard touchdown, first of his career, former 7th-round pick. And Blake Bortles, the 7th career touchdown pass. He has really struggled, Solomon, in the first quarter of games. Has had very little success over his career.
Oh, he's having success today, that's for sure, and had success last week in that win to knock the Tennessee Titans out of the playoffs. You like to see players improve, even though playoffs aren't part of their future.
Kick through the back of the end zone, and Luck will start from the 25. Week 17 continues later today on CBS and Fox. Then tonight, Sunday Night Football on NBC. The big one to decide the NFC North, Green Bay and Detroit. We are in Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis. Happy New Year. Spiro Dita, Solomon Wilcots with you. The Colts so far 2 possessions, 2 3-and-outs. They've gone a grand total of 6 plays for 13 yards. So an inauspicious start. Jack Doyle, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, Luck the pitch to Gore, zigzags his way across the 30. And if you're a Colts fan, not much to play for today, but you want to see Gore get to 1,000, and you want to be careful falling behind early, something that could force him to go away from the run.
Came in today just 37 yards shy of topping 1,000 yards for the season. Of course, he became the 4th player in NFL history to get 1,000 yards at 33 years old. It hadn't been done since 1984 when John Riggins did it. It's a long time ago. 32 years since the runner's been able to do that at the age where Frank Gore is now.
Second straight run play called for Gore, but that time going east-west. Puslesny the tackle as we go back to New York for an update. JB and Boomer.
Yet another weapon for Brady.
Patriots are not fooling around, guys. Here comes Michael Floyd, acquired off the waivers from the Arizona Cardinals. 5-6. Dolphin defenders unable to keep him out of the end zone. Second touchdown, second drive of the day for the Patriots. 7 of 8, 55 yards, 2 TDs for Tom Brady. They lead 14-0.
That reminds me of Solomon Wilcots. Back to Spiro.
I used to tote the rock, JB. You know, I know how to lower the shoulder.
Boy, how about that? Welcome to the Patriots moment for Michael Floyd. What a signing that could turn out to be. Luck flushed out on 3rd and 8, surveys the defense throwing on the run, and that pass is incomplete. So Indy's offensive struggles continue. Malik Jackson was the man applying the heat for the Jags.
Now take a look here. Yeah, Malik Jackson's coming. Pressure up the middle, flushes him out of the pocket. Can't get a receiver open. There's Malik Jackson right there, but 3 and out yet again for this team, even though we know Frank Gore was able to come in and rip off a 6-yard run. But this Colts offense is going nowhere in the first quarter.
This was an offense that was starting to put some things together. We talked about the improved pass protection. But today, so far, it's been a struggle. 3 and outs to begin this game. This is Walters fighting hard just to get to the 20. Flag thrown way back at the Indianapolis 44-yard line. It was Chris Carter getting there first, 57 yards on the punt, and 5 on the return by Walters. Here's Clete Blakeman.
During the kick, holding, return team number 55. Penalties half the distance to the goal line from the end of the kick. First down, Jacksonville.
All right, that's Dan Scooter, the man penalized for Jacksonville. 10-0 Jags. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Call me but love. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo. My love is deep, the more I give to thee. 1,000 times good night.
Join my alliance and prepare for victory. Bring in the heavy artillery. Now that's how you strike. Mobile Strike. Download and play now. Free from the App Store. Yes.
This R2 unit must be delivered safely to the rebellion.
Duracell and Children's Miracle Network hospitals are powering imaginations everywhere. Now playing.
And we're going into overtime.
Sam's Choice Stuffed Crust Pepperoni Pizza. Stuffed with 3 cheeses, $5.98. Save money, live better, Walmart.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Early quarterback comparison, and right now Blake Bortles getting the better of Andrew Luck. 5 of 7, including that last touchdown pass to Ben Koyak.
The energy and enthusiasm for the Jaguars to begin this game is much greater than that of the home team for Indianapolis.
Jags will keep it on the ground to begin this possession. Injury update from the Jacksonville sideline. Their starting center, Brandon Linder, is being evaluated for a concussion. So Luke Bowankle, the 3rd-year man and former first-round pick out of Virginia, summoned early in this game.
Hey, he's been doing a good job as well. Jaguars off to a good start with their ability to run the football already. Over 50 yards rushing in the first quarter of this game. It's given Blake Bortles some balance, and he's been able to add to it because he has a 16-yard run as well.
And that's a bit of a surprise. I told you, no T.J. Yeldon, no Chris Ivory. Ivory late scratch with that hamstring injury, and Yeldon shut down for the season earlier this week. Pass play to Grant. Grant breaking tackles again. First down and more. Good start for Corey Grant, getting a shot today with all the injuries in front of him. More missed tackles, meantime, Solomon, in that Colts defense. A pickup of 13. Bortles has completed 5 straight.
Bortles, they're giving him some of these easy throws. Yeah, he'll just dump it off over to Grant coming out of the backfield. But number 44, Antonio Morrison, good player, but Yet a missed tackle. This is what we saw last week from this Colts defense that really fell behind early in that game and had no chance of coming back to beat the Raiders.
You see Bortles already hitting the century mark back to the airways, but that pass is dropped off the hands of Denard Robinson. Threw it a little bit far in front, but what have you seen so far from Bortles?
I see Bortles getting off to a good start, throwing the ball with great accuracy, in rhythm, not forcing it. And then anytime you can help yourself with this kind of athleticism where you're running it for 16 yards, getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and then the good read of the defense to throw the ball to Ben Koyak for that touchdown. They've scored on their first 2 possessions of the game, so I think Bortles off to a good start.
Bortles, the former 3rd overall pick back in 2014 out of Central Florida. On 2nd and 10, this catch is made by Tony Washington, the second-year man out of Appalachian State. Active today with some of the injuries that they have. No Alan Hearns, as we mentioned, out with a hamstring injury. A pickup of 9 to set up a 3rd and short.
And this is where I think Doug Marrone, you know, he is the head coach. Remember, Gus Bradley was a defensive coach. The defense is one of the best in the National Football League. They rank 4th overall, but the offense had always lagged behind despite having the presence of a young quarterback. And look at the start that he's off to in terms of going 7 of 10, 109 yards early in the game, but off to a good start with greater rhythm on offense.
You see Bortles spreading the wealth already. Play action, 3rd and 1. He's going to take his shot. Looking for Robinson down the field, and what a defensive recovery by Vontae Davis, the 2-time Pro Bowler, coming over the top to save what would have been a touchdown.
Play action pass. They have the run fake and trying to get Allen Robinson down the field. Look at the great play. That's just great timing and athleticism by Vontae Davis. That's what we call a Pro Bowl type defensive play. Yeah, Bortles goes down. He doesn't go down hard. He did throw a nice pass. That ball was on the money. It was just a better defensive play with Vontae Davis contesting for the football.
A lot of people felt like Chuck Pagano among them that Davis should have been a Pro Bowler this season. He has been Pro Bowl caliber from start to where we are right now. 52 yards on the punt by Brad Nortman as Chester Rogers signals fair catch. Colts looking for their first points late stages of the first.
How to go live when something just happened in the game that left you completely flabbergasted. Wait, what? Did that one player / coach / mascot really just do that? You can't be the only one trying to make sense of this. So grab your phone, open Facebook, press this, and go live. Ask your friends if that actually happened. It did. Then debate how that's even possible. All right, just remember, there's still plenty of game left.
It takes hard work, dedication, and hours of practice for a drumline to perfect its routine. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans is just as precise, but it only requires a few minutes of your time. Now, you can securely share your financial information with the push of a button, giving you an accurate and custom mortgage solution without missing a beat. Rocket. Quicken Loans, proud supporter of college athletics.
Rocket. I've made a breakthrough in bucket technology. My new KFC $10 chicken share. This innovative new bucket is technical and complicated, so let me put it in layman's terms. It's a bucket for 2. This cutting-edge design is perfect for sharing. My chicken share allows for 9 extra crispy tenders, or 6 delicious pieces of original recipe, or 2 heaping helpings of my popcorn nuggets. A bucket for $10? What? This delicious chicken share took a lot of math, quantum science, and imagining a different size bucket. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Well, so much disappointment here in Indy as the Colts will miss the playoffs again, and their regular season finale, Salmon, off to a pretty ugly start.
Yeah, they've gotten off to a slow start. Well, they've lost, the season opener 4 out of 5 years. I think that's one of the big things with this football team in terms of struggling to get into the postseason now for the 2nd consecutive season where they're going to be on the outside looking in.
This is one area, as you see right there, that they have excelled this season. Touchdown drives that have begun inside their own 20-yard line, but Frank Gore, so far, we've touched on where he sits. Started the day 37 yards away from 1,000. He is a dinosaur by NFL standards for a running back. 12 years in the league at the age of 33, trying to get to 1,000 yards.
He's put up Hall of Fame numbers. I mean, Frank Gore has been tough and consistent throughout his career. He's overcome a hip injury, knee injuries. He's had it all happen. happen, but he still continues to stay on the field and put up big-time numbers.
Luck from the gun with Gore getting a breather here on 2nd and 8. Luck flushed out of the pocket. He's good with that escapability as he's pushed out of bounds by Telvin Smith. Gore last season missed 1,000 by only 33 yards. That ended a string of 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. And, you know, even just earlier this season, there was talk, you know, is he a Hall of Famer? Is he not? I really don't think there's any doubt at this point with the longevity that he's put up in his career.
You look at the numbers he's put up in terms of career rushing yards. We already talked about having 1,200 or more yards in 11 consecutive seasons. No other NFL running back has done that in the 97-year history of the league. You'll see his name etched to some great Hall of Famers. I think he'll end up in the same destination.
3rd and 3. It's from Luck intended for Jack Doyle, the tight end, who's had a marvelous season for the Colts. Broken up by Jonathan Cyprien, the hard-hitting safety. 4th consecutive 3-and-out for the Colts to begin this game.
Good read by Luck. Good throw. Now, look, Doyle has it, but it's just a better defensive play by Jonathan Cyprien. We already saw Vontae Davis make a great defensive play, and sometimes the defense wins. And we already know Jacksonville Jaguars come in ranked 3rd in terms of pass defense, and you saw one of the reasons why.
Cyprien, one of the Jags who will be a free agent at season's end, has put together a nice couple of seasons for them. 46 yards on the punt by Pat McAfee as Walters signals fair catch. Jags will have it just outside their own 25.
Jacksonville Jaguars had already let go of their head coach Gus Bradley, and now Doug Marrone is the interim coach. You have to ask yourself, what's next for the Jacksonville Jaguars? Been a lot of talk. They did interview Tom Coughlin early in the week. Don't know if it was as an overall football czar or to become the next head coach. Remember, he did spend 8 seasons when the franchise begun playing back in '95. Spent 12 years winning a couple of Super Bowls with the New York Giants.
Bortles back on the field, slinging it on 1st and 10. It's caught. That's Walters. Past the 35, close to the 38 for another Jacksonville first down. Good first quarter from Bortles. 8 of 12 passing for $120, including a touchdown.
It's good to see the way that this team is coming out and competing, playing out the season. We talked about it. People say, hey, there's nothing to play for when you've been eliminated from the playoffs. There's still plenty to play for. Just ask Doug Marrone.
And that will take us to the end of the first quarter at Lucas Oil Stadium. We'll return to Indy after this. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
All the battles, all the bloodshed, everything has led to this.
Underworld Blood Wars, rated R.
If there was any way to make the $10 any pizza carryout deal from Pizza Hut any easier or any better, we'd do it. But any way we slice it, you're free to choose any large pizza with any toppings or any recipe, like Supreme or Meat Lovers on original pan crust. The $10 any pizza. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, how can I help?
Starting the new year with the biggest bang yet.
I was acting odd intentionally.
So you can control it?
Celebrate a happy new Big Bang Theory. Then
we're going camping.
The Outdoor Limits team has to live outdoors.
I've almost got it.
The New Year's first great indoors, right after the Big Bang Theory. New CBS Thursday.
Happy New Year from Indianapolis. 10-0. Jacksonville looking for a second straight win. Ended their 9-game losing streak with that very impressive victory over the Titans last week. Bortles getting the party started here in the second. Another completion to Walters, tackled made by the former Pro Bowler Mike Adams. A huge offseason ahead for Shad Khan, the owner of Jacksonville, and this franchise as they look to kind of buck the trend of these piling losses that we've seen the last couple of years.
Yeah, they got to continue, I think, the build through the draft. Looks like 2017 they're going to have a top 5 pick, be able to pluck another talented player. I think there was a lot of talent on this Jacksonville Jaguar roster. They got to be able to make a decision at quarterback and continue to build.
Well, that pass was right through the hands of the defender. It was caught. It was Akeem Ayers who nearly had the pick. Catch was made by Walters, a pickup of 4, and another Jacksonville first down.
Looked like Bortles had the right trajectory. No, he jumped maybe a little too soon. The ball went off his fingertips and still caught by Walters. Yeah, that could have been a huge play for the Indianapolis Colts. Akeem Ayers, good timing on his jump, had his hands there, got to be able to make a catch, haul it in.
Ayers, the 60-year man, former UCLA star, almost made a huge defensive play for the Colts. Domination meantime, time of possessions at nearly 2-1 favoring Jacksonville. But just to get back to the Jags, Shahid Khan, 50 year of ownership, saw him since purchasing the franchise, already making the change at the head coach about 10 days ago, relieving Gus Bradley. He's made the additions to the stadium. Financially, the franchise is in a better spot, but they just have to figure out a way to start winning games.
Well, I think they've got to be able to add to the offensive line. They need a more powerful, dominant offensive line, sort of like what you saw the Tennessee Titans do last year. Added to the draft, added running backs to improve their ability to run the football.
Bortles on 2nd and 6, under pressure, spins away from trouble. What a play by Bortles, escaping that would-be sack, able to push forward for a pickup of a couple. Trent Cole was the man applying the pressure.
Now we talk about this team had a woeful rushing offense. I think it starts up front with the offensive line, starts with having that bell cow running back. Got to be able to find those in the draft. Look at what Ezekiel Elliott has done for the Dallas Cowboys, but look at what that offensive line has done for the Cowboys. You draft on your offensive line and you draft running backs, the quarterback's going to look better. The entire offense is going to look better.
See the flags come in, whistling that play dead before it began.
False start. Offense, number 68. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
It's Kelvin Beachum, their left tackle, who's struggled his way through injuries for yet another season. So that'll push him back. Much different scenario here on 3rd and 9.
You talk about how to build through the draft. We talk about the offensive line and the running back position, but also they need a talented tight end to go with this offense as well.
This is Bortles going for a shot far side of the field, intended for Lee, and falls incomplete. Coverage on the play by Christopher Milton, the undrafted rookie out of Georgia Tech.
You know, when you have one-on-one, what we call the one-on-one opportunity, you got to have that 50-50 ball. I thought Bortles put a little too much on it. Didn't give Marquise Lee a chance to come down with it. Clearly overthrew him, even though he had that one-on-one situation with the defensive backs. You got to give him a chance to make a catch.
Update on Brandon Linder. He has been downgraded to out with a concussion. So Luke Bowankle will be their center for the rest of the day. 50 yards on the punt by Nortman. Colts down 10-0 on CBS.
Sorry, Ariana. You gotta go.
Seriously? Verizon limits me and I gotta get home.
You're gonna choose navigation over me? Maps, get up here.
That way.
Girl, you better get on T-Mobile.
Why pay more for data limits? Introducing T-Mobile One. Unlimited data for everyone. Get 4 lines, just $40 a month.
Amazing things can happen during the playoffs. See, we told you so. Get 2 large 2-topping Papa John's pizzas for $8 each. And try our new stuffed cheese sticks for just $5 each.
Papa John's, the official pizza sponsor of Super Bowl 51.
Let's look down, shall we? Oh, is that my feet in the water? Is this the beach? Am I dreaming? No, I'm on a weekend getaway. Ready, down, put.
Play Tecmo Metal version.
You're now on the run.
I want these folks caught.
I want to be able to say I got away from the best of the best.
You're never safe. They can find you.
It follows you down wherever you go.
No, Colts just have nothing going offensively. You see their 4 straight 3-and-outs, most to start a game since 1993. Luck, if you've just joined us, is 1 of 6 for a grand total of 7 yards. They begin again from the 20. Luck from the gun. Pass is incomplete off the hands of T.Y. Hilton. As this frustration continues, Miles Jack was there on the tight coverage for Jacksonville.
Miles Jack is one of the talented players drafted in the 2nd round of 2016. But look at him attack. I think he can be a future star in this league playing on this defense along with Jalen Ramsey. They have a lot of talented young players on this roster, particularly on the defensive side of the ball.
See Luck, 6 straight incompletions. One play call here to Gore. Good burst up the gut. Very close to a first down. Appears to have it. And they do. They move the chains. A pickup of 10.
Well, you're looking at the 4th ranked defense in the NFL, but look at some of the young stars. Dante Fowler Jr. was a 1st-round pick 2015. Malik Jackson acquired in free agency. Jalen Ramsey was a 1st-round pick, and we already told you he could be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Miles Jack is one of those quiet players, but he's a leader and a talented player that can really help this to become a championship caliber defense.
And one of the reasons why you think this is a more attractive head coaching job than a lot of the experts believe, Solomon, around the country.
I really do. I think, you have to be able to build a championship defense. We just showed you some of those players. Jalen Ramsey is a born leader. He's a blue chip athlete at that cornerback position. He's big, he's rangy, and he's physical. I mean, it's tough for receivers to get off the line of scrimmage. You're going to see him shadowing T.Y. Hilton today, who is yet to catch a pass. But there's no doubt, I think they've got some talent the cover does not bear in Jacksonville.
Ramsey, the AFC's Defensive Player of the Week. Luck on 2nd and 7. Fires over the middle and completes. That's the tight end, Dwayne Allen, who has had a battle through an assortment of injuries this season. A pickup of 13 and another first down.
Well, Dwayne Allen is one of those talented tight ends that we talked about. He's right here on the left side of the screen, coming over the middle of the field. And Luck is starting to get into rhythm. That's Jonathan Cyprien in coverage against Allen, but Allen's really big and physical, can catch that ball in close proximity to the defender when it's hotly contested.
Allen, a former 3rd-round pick, his numbers down, and a big reason for that, the aforementioned injuries. Run play called on 1st down, as it took nearly a quarter and a half, but finally the Colts picking up their first couple of 1st downs. And meantime, here in Indy, Solomon, all the talk about Chuck Pagano, they missed the playoffs for a 2nd straight year. Last year, it was kind of accepted. Luck misses more than half the season with injuries. This has been much more frustrating for this fan base.
Yeah, there have been some reasons why the team has underperformed. Remember, earlier in the season, they'd win one, lose one. Win one, lose one. Remember, this is the same team that went up to Lambeau and beat the britches off the Green Bay Packers. And we thought that team was going to take off and explode, but for some reason, there's been a failure to launch.
Luck, 2nd and 8. Much better looking pass on that sequence. Finds the rookie Chester Rogers out of Grambling State. It's a pickup of 21 and another Indy first down.
Now we're starting to see the timing in this offense. Look at this pass by Luck. Just squeezing that into a very tight window. Rogers going to come down with it. He fills that one. But this is a really good secondary. That was a really good throw.
16th catch of the season for Rogers. Luck feeling the pressure. That pass, is it picked? No signal yet. It's Telvin Smith. And they say Jacksonville football. A shoestring interception by Smith, the former 5th-round pick out of Florida State. What a play to get Jacksonville the football back.
To be free in this life, breaking the rules meant nothing. You had to be strong enough to make your own.
We do what we want to do. Go where we want to go.
I'm crazy about her. Crazy isn't love.
You spend your life hoping someone will punish you for your sins. Well, here I am.
This will definitely bring bloodshed.
Live by Night. Rated R. Starts everywhere January 13th.
Look at this, a Silicon Valley server farm. The vault to man's greatest wonders. Selfies, cat videos, and winking emojis. Speaking of tech wonders, with the Geico app, you can get roadside assistance, digital ID cards, or even file a claim.
Do that. Yeah, that should work. It's not happening. Just try again.
I think I found your problem.
Thanks.
The award-winning Geico app. Download it today.
It's time for some straight talk. Most wireless companies offer no contract plans, but getting a new phone usually means getting locked into a contract. There's a better way. With new Straight Talk Plus, get a Samsung Galaxy S7 for as low as $31 a month, no contract. Cancel anytime, no penalties. It's time to ask yourself,
why haven't I switched?
Add our unlimited plan on America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks. New Straight Talk Plus, only at Walmart.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Live by Night from Warner Brothers Pictures, in theaters January 13th. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Verizon, join a better network because better matters.
13th interception thrown by Andrew Luck on the season, and what a defensive play by Telvin Smith. Had to reach down just above the turf to get it, his second INT of the season. So Bortles and company back on the field. Run play call here. On the ground, that is Bronson Hill. First carry for him today as we go back to the interception.
And watching Derek Marks, he'll occupy the center, and this is going to be Dan Scooter coming all the way around to get pressure in the face of Andrew Luck. This offensive line has really battled with picking up stunts like this all season long, and that ball's just thrown up for grabs. And Telvin Smith, we told you he's one of the best in terms of coverage linebackers, made a play getting the interception against Luck.
And 2nd and 3, Bortles pass is deflected and incomplete. There was Henry Anderson coming with the pressure, got his big mitt on the football. It'll be 3rd and short coming up.
Like the defenses are making their presence felt, getting pressure in the face on Blake Bortles. You can see he was hit right there by the blitzing defensive back, Daryl Morris, coming off the corner. Anytime you get pressure, those quarterbacks are trying to get rid of it. They don't want to take sacks. You have to intercept all tips and overthrows. Telvin Smith did it, and the coach nearly returned the favor.
So Morris coming back from the hip injury that he hurt earlier. Bortles again escapes. Not the second time. Football comes loose. Who's got it? Indianapolis football. Colts coming with the heat from every direction. It was Eric Walden jarring the football loose, and Zach Kerr on the recovery.
There was pressure coming from the blind side. And that backside against Blake Bortles. You can see Walden's coming. There's really good pressure. But look at that hit as he was attempting to get rid of the ball. Eric Walden, number 93, came from the blind side. That arm, was it moving forward? They're saying that the ball came out before he was able to get going forward. They're going to award the ball over to the Colts.
Quick snap here, direct snap taken by Frank Gore. So a little trickeration here by the Colts as they try to get up to the football quickly before they can take a look at it upstairs. And now a short field, by far the best field position for Luck and the Colts.
23 yards right now by Frank Gore. He needs 37 to top 1,000 yards. You know, they talked about it, all these personal milestones many of the Colts have. Andrew Luck talked about it. Chuck Pagano talked about, hey, we want to win first. And they believe that winning takes care of all of the individual goals that are to be had in this game.
Luck from the gun on 2nd and 7, taking a shot, thrown towards the end zone, broken up. What a recovery by Jalen Ramsey. And those are the instincts, Salmon, that you've been talking about What a future this kid has in front of him.
Yeah, you put the tape on, he shines. There he is in the slot against one of the best receivers in this league, T.Y. Hilton, trying to lead the league in receiving. Look at this. Great throw. That ball was going to be caught for a touchdown by Hilton, but even playing blindly, I love the way that Ramsey was able to get his head around, find the football, didn't panic, even though he was at a disadvantage, still found the football, was able to bat it away to keep Hilton from scoring the touchdown.
First Jags rookie to ever record a pick in back-to-back games, including that 30-yard pick six last week. 3rd and 7. Look, is buried. Yannick Ngakoue, the 3rd-round pick out of Maryland, 8th sack of the season, and has just set a rookie franchise record.
He wasn't even on our board when we talked about the defensive stars, but Ngakoue is one of the most talented young pass rushers in the National Football League. When I tell you that the Jacksonville Jaguars have stars on this defense, the list just keeps going. And look at that. When you can get drafted from Maryland, coming out of Maryland, and then do that, breaking a record set by Tony Brackens ages ago, and you're a talented player and you have a bright future.
48-yard attempt from Adam Vinatieri, and that hits the right upright and is no good. Couple of days away from celebrating his 44th birthday, a rarity, a missed field goal by Vinatieri, and Indianapolis still looking for their first points.
Type 2 diabetes? Listen up. We're not professional athletes, but that doesn't mean we're giving up.
I'm in this for me.
For me.
Along with diet and exercise, Farxiga helps lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes, lowering A1C by up to 1.2 points.
Do not take if allergic to Farxiga. If you experience symptoms of a serious allergic reaction, such as rash, swelling, difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking and seek medical help right away. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems, are on dialysis, or have bladder cancer. Tell your doctor right away if you have blood or red color in your urine, or pain while you urinate. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast infections in women and men, serious urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, and kidney problems. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have signs of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
I'm in this for my family.
I'm in this for me.
Ask your doctor about Farxiga and learn how you can get it for free.
Ready, down, put.
Thanks for not running me over.
You mean again?
Just take it to the house.
Hey, buddy, you here for the tickets?
Yeah. Wait. Oh, man. Good shit.
What were you thinking? You've got to get your tickets on NFL Ticket Exchange. NFL Ticket Exchange, 100% verified, authentic tickets.
Well, Andrew Luck and the Colts unable to capitalize on that Jacksonville turnover. The Yannick Ngakoue sack pushed him back, made it a much more difficult kick for Vinatieri, and they come up empty. One play called for Corey Grant, the second-year runner out of Auburn. A pickup of 5, and that little sequence really a summary of the first half it's been for the Colts.
Well, I thought it was great, and really you have to give a lot of credit to the Jacksonville Jaguars defense after, you know, they got the interception against Luck, and then Bortles turns it over, and then we saw a play by Jalen Ramsey, and then Ngakoue to go ahead and get the 11-yard sack, pushing Adam Vinatieri out of field goal range, making it difficult. They get no points out of the deal.
Still looking for their first points, and we are inside of 6 minutes before halftime. One play called. This is Grant off to a foot race, 20, and he will score. Corey Grant on a 57-yard sprint. It was Trent Cole who missed the initial tackle, and Grant did the rest.
Now watch, you're going to see Corey Grant going to come out here, but watch number 29. This is going to be Josh Johnson, and he is just got to make this tackle. I don't even know how he misses it. Look, this is going to be number 29. Look, how you come over? That's going to be, I'm sorry, Adams. Mike Adams come over, and he misses on the play.
longest run of the season by a Jaguar. First touchdown of the year for Grant. His previous long run was 9 yards. 57 on that touchdown run. It is all Jacksonville.
I'll see you at the marathon. Love you.
They say 500,000 people watch the Boston Marathon.
Baby. We got multiple explosions. We need help here.
Clock is ticking. The world is watching.
Every inch of this city is getting searched. We're shutting it down.
Are there more bombs?
I have rights.
No.
Patriots Day. Rated R. Everywhere January 13th.
As a control enthusiast, I'm all business when I travel. Even when I travel for leisure. So I go national, where I can choose any available upgrade in the aisle without starting any conversations or paying any F charges. What can I say? Control suits me. Go national. Go like a pro.
You deserve more. More savory. More sweet. More loving. Now get more choices on McDonald's all-day breakfast menu.
Here's something to get stuck on this holiday season. Switch to Cricket Wireless and get the Samsung Galaxy AM2 for free. Plus, plans now start at $30 a month. Just a little holiday cheer from the merrier carrier. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And by Bud Light. Strike gold and you could win Super Bowl tickets for life.
A lot of long faces from those Colts fans. It is all Jacksonville domination till this point, 17-0. As we take a look at their last 4 possessions, Corey Grant, a 57-yard touchdown sprint.
And you know, safeties on defense, I mean, just by the nature in terms of the name of the position, you're supposed to be a safety net for the defense. And when you're unblocked, you have to be able to make tackles in the NFL.
Well, missed tackles have been an issue for this Chuck Pagano defense all season long as we go back to the touchdown.
Now, I'm going to show you 2 safeties. It's going to be Mike Adams right here. But watch way back here, TJ Green. Both guys will have an opportunity to make the tackle and just won't be able to do it. Look at right there. You got to make that tackle if you're Mike Adams. And then TJ Green, he's unblocked. He loses the angle, doesn't have the speed to close in on Corey Grant. Grant torches the defense for a 57-yard touchdown. And, you know, Chuck Pagano, he has seen better days from his defense.
Here's Luck and company back onto the field. Still looking for their first points. Play action here on first down. The pass is caught. Finally able to hook up with T.Y. Hilton. Close to the 45-yard line. Tackled on the play by Telvin Smith. A pickup of 19 and a first down.
Yeah, we said that Jalen Ramsey, the rookie corner, was going to shadow T.Y. Hilton all day. That time the Jaguars were in zone defense, and they were able to find T.Y. Hilton open.
Luck under pressure again, just throws it up and finds the tight end. That's Dwayne Allen. Allen brought down right around the 50 by Dante Fowler, the former 3rd overall pick back in 2015, a pickup of 6.
Watch Dante Fowler Jr. Right in the face of Andrew Luck. I don't even know how Luck makes this throw for a completion clear on the other side of the field to Dwayne Allen. They're getting after Luck or this Jaguars defense.
5th completion by Luck in what has been a struggle, to say the least, in his first half. This is Gordon. No, doesn't have much room to maneuver there. That's Telvin Smith on the tackle. You know, so much talk about Pagano's future here. This is certainly not the way he wants to end the season, as they try to get to 500 with big decisions looming here, Sam, in the next couple of days.
The offense has struggled. See, being shut out here in the first half, went 3 and out in their first 4 possessions, so clearly got off to a good start. And the defense allowed the Jaguars to score in their first 2 possessions of the game. Yeah, they've got to play a whole lot better. This is similar to that game we saw in London week 4 when the Colts lost to the Jaguars.
3rd and 3. Looks pass here, finds his target. That's Hilton again. Second catch on this possession. Jalen Ramsey pushes him out of bounds 15 yards and an Indianapolis first down.
In that game, that Week 4 loss in London when Jacksonville and Indianapolis played, Jaguars won the game, but the defense, they really beat up on Andrew Luck. Had 6 sacks in that game, 14 hits on the quarterback. You talk about this defense having a ton of young, talented players. It really overwhelmed this young offensive line that's been starting 3 rookies all season for the Colts.
Allen, the man in motion. Play action from Luck here. First down pass incomplete. A little bit too high for the intended target. It was Ramsey once again on the coverage. Pass intended for Hilton. NFL on CBS is now CBS All Access. Stream your local games live. Visit cbs.com/NFL now to try it for free. Spiro Dita, Salman Wilcox, rest of our CBS crew from Indianapolis. Here's Doug Marrone, interim head coach, making his second appearance since taking over for his good friend Gus Bradley. And that Doug Marrone effect is real. His Jags dominant in this first half. 17-0. Luck's pass underneath, finds Gore. Trying to get downhill inside the 30. It's a pickup of 7. Tackle made on the play by Telvin Smith.
Yeah, I've been watching and keeping an eye on Jalen Ramsey when he's matched up against T.Y. Hilton. And when he's in that pure bump and run position, you know, Ramsey goes 6'1", 210. He's big, he's tall, he's rangy, and we know T.Y. Hilton is 5'9". He is just swallowing up T.Y. Hilton and winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Hilton beginning the day with the league lead in receiving yards. That pass from Luck is batted down. What a defensive play by Smith, who had the interception earlier in the quarter. Luck trying to locate Turbin. It'll be 4th down.
If you're Gus Bradley, I know he's no longer the coach here, but he came to Jacksonville to build a great defense like what he was a part of when he was the coordinator with the Seattle Seahawks. And I can tell you right now, I'm seeing the remnants of his work, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. Young, talented players. It finally clicked this year on defense. They just didn't win enough games.
What a nucleus they have with those young defensive studs that Salman mentioned. As Vinatieri, who missed earlier from 48, good from 45. So finally the Colts get on the board. 2:41 to play in this first half.
It's that time of year again, when you realize you still didn't get quite what you wanted. That's why Verizon has the best deals of the year on the best network. Like a Samsung Galaxy S7 and Tab S2 for only $17 per month. And as if you needed another reason, switch to Verizon now and get up to $650 to cover your costs. Hurry in and get these deals on New Year's Day only. There's still time to get exactly what you want at Verizon.
17-3 lead for Doug Marrone and Jacksonville. We mentioned the decisions that have to be made for both of these franchises. Doug Marrone, whom we spoke to this week, said he has not been assured, Salman, that he will be interviewed for the job. But you know, if you're Shad Khan, you have to be impressed with what you've seen now in the last couple of weeks.
First of all, Doug Marrone is a winning coach. He was 9-7 in his final season in Buffalo in 2014, and we're already seeing improvements with this football team, the way that they've played in the last 2 games. I'd like to see him get the job.
Low bouncing kick by McAfee. It is fielded by Walters. Good blocking in front of him. Squeaks up the far side and crosses the 25. Brought down at around the 27. Tackled on the play by Chris Carter. Reminder coming up, the Verizon halftime report. We'll send you to New York. JB and the fellas standing by. Get you caught up on all the postseason scenarios on the Verizon halftime report coming up next.
And remember, Spiro, Gus Bradley was a defensive coach, and we see the effects of having a good head coach who can coach your defense. I think the next move has to be someone who can affect the offensive side of the ball. Doug Marrone does that. And when you consider that Blake Bortles has played for 3 different offensive coordinators 3 straight years, I would like to keep the system the same around Blake Bortles.
This is Marquise Lee on the catch. This little stop-and-go maneuvering up the sideline. Crosses the 40. First down hookup. It was Christopher Milton who missed the initial tackle. A pickup of 18 with that clock running.
Yeah, they can go ahead and take a shot down the field. They may go ahead and I don't think they're going to snap it before this 2-minute warning here, but they'll have plenty to work with it with all 3 timeouts.
Final play before the 2-minute warning. Run play called as Bortles hands to Robinson out of the gun. A pickup of 4. We reached the 2-minute warning. 17-3 Jacksonville on CBS.
Will this can repeat, or is this your can's year? Your can's thinking Houston.
Don't jinx it.
Your can is Houston. So dress like this guy and play like this guy.
You can't catch me.
Broadway cans, breakout cans, cans with a whole extra man. Whether you're wearing beads, stripes, or cheese. If you bleed blue, black, and yellow, or various shades of red, this is your beer.
You're with my team on it.
Could I have everyone's attention for a moment? In 14 days, we're shooting a human into space, and it's never been done before. I need a mathematician that can look beyond the numbers.
Catherine's the gal for that.
Everything we do is going to matter to the whole country.
We can do it no matter what it takes.
There's a real fireball outside.
Go find Catherine.
Colonel Glenn?
I need to know if he's moving, if he's alive.
Hidden Figures, rated PG, Friday.
Shoulders, they don't just carry pads, they carry your one-handed reputation.
How in the world? Oh, my goodness.
Your city's pride, your fans' passions and dreams. Shoulders carry a father's name, a mother's legacy, and maybe a chance at greatness. Because shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
The mobile virtual player, it's a tackling dummy that actually moves. It's a wide receiver, it's a running back, it's an offensive tackle, it's a defensive lineman. Having an opportunity to react, drop your pad level, deliver through, actually tackle something. And that's part of our practice protocol. Get guys out, do the things that you're going to do on game day, just don't get hurt.
Nice job, that's it.
We're teaching skill sets repeatedly. My guys practice it more. We hit more than anybody in the country.
That's it, huh? Good form, man. Good form. That's it.
Celebrate the new year with CBS.
Well, whatever has clicked for Blake Bortles, it has been working for him the last week plus. Best game of the season of the win over Tennessee last Sunday, and that has carried over here as they keep it on the ground to Robinson, a pickup of a couple, so 3 timeouts left and $1:50 on the clock.
Yeah, I think, you know, having an offensive coach like a Doug Marrone and Nathaniel Hackett, you can tell they're all speaking the same language. We can tell young quarterbacks need that leadership and someone who kind of can speak the same language and take over their growth and development. Who knows? Nathaniel Hackett, Doug Marrone may be the elixir for what cures Blake Bortles.
Bortles from the gun here on 3rd and 4. Puts some air under it. Far side, it is caught. Drops that right in the breadbasket of Brian Walters, the 5th-year receiver. Beautifully thrown pass, 23 yards and a first down.
Yeah, he's going to be lined up in the slot. Watch, he'll run out. Now watch this throw. This, you talked about his barrel right in the bucket. That's a big-time throw. Now, so you talk about, can he make the throws? Can he be a winner in the NFL? It's about mechanics, footwork. He's going to continue to work on those things, but I think for quarterbacks, it's always something you're chasing, but we know he can make plays at the quarterback position in the NFL.
One play, this is Grant. He's going backwards. Keep in mind, no Allen Hurns today, out for a 5th straight game with a hamstring injury. We know that Robinson has struggled despite his big game last week, so you know, Bortles is doing this with kind of a limited number of weapons around him.
And he's had to do it throughout his career. Remember his rookie season, 72 sacks. His second year last year, 50 or more sacks. Only 32, so those sack numbers have come down as he's gotten better.
On 2nd and 11, this is Walters again putting himself together. A nice little first half here. A pickup of 6. So we are inside of 50 seconds left, and now Doug Marrone will take his first timeout as Bortles running a very efficient 2-minute offense down the field. Another reminder, the Verizon halftime report comes your way next. JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Howard are standing by in our New York studios. Get you caught up around the NFL. Week 17 coming up next on the Verizon Halftime Report. 3rd and 5. Ball spotted at the Indianapolis 20. Keep in mind, Jacksonville will have the football to begin the second half. Looking to build on a 14-point lead. Bortles pass over the middle, caught again. That's Walters. Coverage on the play by Darryl Morris, but Walters has enough for the Jacksonville first down, a pickup of 5 with 35 seconds remaining. And now timeout taken.
And Spiro, you know, throughout Blake Bortles' young career, he's always gotten better as the game goes on. Second quarter, third quarter is better than the second. Fourth quarter has always been better than the third. Where he really needed to improve was at the beginning of games, and that's where I think Doug Marrone has tweaked that. You saw him score early in the game last week as they knocked the Tennessee Titans out of playoff contention, and then they come out in this game and score on their first 2 possessions. Again, he gets better as the game goes on. I think they seem to understand how to coach Blake Bortles to make him a more effective quarterback.
Corey Grant, one setback, flanking Bortles here on 1st and 10. Quick step, quick throw, far side, incomplete, intended for Allen Robinson. Good coverage by Vontae Davis, and a good matchup there. Robinson, who had the Pro Bowl season a year ago against Davis.
Blake Bortles might want to be careful challenging Vontae Davis over there. I know he's got his best receiver, Allen Robinson, working, but Vontae Davis can make some plays. He'll make you regret challenging him, particularly down inside the red zone. Not a lot of room to work. That might want to go to the other side of the field and allow Marquise Lee to make a play.
Where does Bortles go here on 2nd and 10? Near side of the field, he is caught. That's the tight end who had the touchdown earlier, Ben Koyak. Minimal pickup, knocked out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 28 seconds left. 3rd down coming up. Good defensive play by Edwin Jackson.
Oh, you like to be able to get your best matchup. Again, be very careful. Unless you can run some kind of pick or rubber route with Allen Robinson matched up against Vontae Davis, where Davis has to run around those picks. It's the only way that I would be willing to challenge him. Now, they got Marquise Lee and Walters up top. That's when you tend to get those rub plays to free up the receiver.
3rd and 8. Bortles going back of the end zone, incomplete. Looking in the direction of Marquise Lee. It was Milton, the rookie, undrafted first-year man out of Georgia Tech, on the coverage. As Doug Marrone will send out his field goal unit.
Yeah, it looked like Lee misread the route. He was not going in the direction where Bortles had anticipated. You can tell they're having a conversation, and maybe Bortles could have read the coverage a little better, but that play had no chance of working.
So here's Jason Myers, who has had a terrific season for the Jags. Has hit earlier from 47. This attempt from 30. This one decent hold, and it is no good. Wide right. So just as we're singing Myers' praises, he misses a chip shot from 30. And Indianapolis stays within 14.
This one could come back to haunt you, Spiro. Remember, they're on the road. Andrew Luck also gets better as the game goes on. We've seen him mount a comeback or two. If you're Myers, you got to be able to reward your offense for that long march. 11 plays of 60 yards on the drive, 7 passes by Blake Bortles, and then Myers misses from 30 yards away.
So 19 seconds left. As Luck and company back onto the field. Luck 7 of 17, just 88 yards in that interception so far in his first half, and they will get to him yet again. 2nd sack by this Jacksonville defense. Dante Fowler and Peyton Thompson able to get there. Good push from that Jacksonville front. Also, Senderick Marks was there for the Jags as the final seconds will come off the clock. Keep in mind, Jags will have it to begin the second half. So 17 unanswered points for Jacksonville to begin, and then the late Adam Vinatieri field goal. to get us to 17-3.
Thank you, Colts fans, for visiting American Video.
Halftime at Lucas Oil Stadium, 17-3 Jacksonville. The Verizon Halftime Report is next. You're watching the NFL on CBS.